right, so we're gonna make some collage paper, painted collage paper, to use in our collages that we're about to make. So I've got two colors here. They're both primary colors, yellow and red. And when I put them together, do you remember how to read the color wheel? When I put yellow and red together, it makes what's in the middle, orange. So I am going to paint this paper and let some of it blend and let some of it just be pure primary color. So I'm gonna start with yellow. Yellow is a lighter color than red. Can you see that red is darker? That means that the yellow is kind of weaker. I have to use a lot more of the light colors if I don't want them to just turn into the dark color, because the dark colors really cover them up. So I'm gonna start by adding a lot of yellow paint in the corner of my paper. If you get paint on your table, no big deal. We'll wipe it off when we're done. Now I'm gonna steal a little bit of that red. Do you see how I'm not mixing my colors all up on my palette? I don't wanna do that because I'll only have one dark orange if I do that. This way, I can kind of mix colors on my paper. I can get some reds and I can get some oranges and I can get some yellows. Can you see how strong that red is? Now let's try putting some yellow on top of the red and see if that works better. I'm gonna paint a thin coat of red. I did get some nice oranges in there. Because red is stronger, I'm not gonna put it on thick because it'll just cover that yellow. Now I'm gonna scoop up some yellow like a spoon, like I'm eating breakfast. And I'm gonna mix that on top. Ooh, now I'm starting to see some pumpkin orange. Yeah, there we go. So it's fun to leave little bits like this though, because we're gonna cut these papers up later and make them into collage. So I'm not gonna try to make it look all the same orange. I'm gonna play around a little bit. I already had a lot of yellow on my brush and a little bit of red. I can even try taking some red onto my brush while I have yellow. Looks like ketchup and mustard, doesn't it? And paint with that. Ooh, isn't that pretty? It's making stripes. I'm gonna fill my whole page with these two primary colors and see what kind of secondary orange I can get. Pretty exciting. Now, you'll notice there's no water on the table because these paints are called tempera paints. They already are wet. It's different than watercolors. You don't need to add water. The only time you need water with these is if you want to wash your brush, which we'll do in another class. But today, we're putting pairs together that love each other, that we know what they're gonna do. Now, I also have these cool tools that are scraper tools, and honestly, I'm gonna see how it goes. I think I'm gonna have to hold my paper and pull up. Oh, wow. Can you see those stripes that just went in there? You don't have to use these, but you might want to. It almost made pink in there. Huh, I wasn't expecting that. All right, now when I'm finished, I'm gonna put this paper on the drying rack to dry. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm going to wipe my table with a rag, just like this. And I'm ready to move on to the next table to make a different secondary color with different primary colors. I can leave my brush right on the table for the next artist.